guys! So it's really no secret that I get a lot of my inspiration for these videos from you guys, from your messages and your comments, whether they be emails or on Facebook or what have you. I get a lot of the inspiration for the things that I talk about from you guys. I really started this channel with the idea of me wanting to become the person that I needed when I was younger. I wanted to be the girl that I needed to look up to when I was younger. And I never really had that when I was younger, so that's what I try to be for you guys, and I hope that I am. And anyways, I just want to say you guys are my little inspirations. So I have some time today to film, and I didn't have anything planned, so I looked through my messages and I saw a theme in a lot of the messages where you guys are feeling, I would say you're feeling almost inadequate, and you're feeling as though something is wrong with you because no one wants to date you. And maybe you're 21 and you're a virgin, or you're 18 and you haven't been kissed, or you're this or you're that. And I just want to tell you guys that it doesn't matter. Not everyone is worth your time. Not everyone in this world is worth the time that you have to give. Just because your friends are dating, or your friends are having sex, or doing, whatever it is that they're doing, it doesn't mean that you need to do it. And it doesn't mean that you need to feel as though something is wrong with you just because you're not doing it, or you're not participating in a certain activity like dating. I know my friends were having sex before I was, and I remember feeling as though nobody wanted me, and I was like this, that ugly fat friend or whatever. And it made me feel really bad. They didn't make me feel bad, but just the situation made me feel bad. But if I'd ever really thought of it, I loved just being home and reading, and I love just hanging out with my family. I have a lot of siblings, and they're all older than me, and I loved hanging out at my house. I loved reading. I loved, my books and my fan fiction, and those are the things that made me really happy. But when I saw that everyone was dating and everyone had boyfriends and everything, I started feeling as though something was wrong with me because I wasn't dating, and because no one was pursuing me. No one was trying to get with me, and I felt as though something was wrong. And I don't want you guys to feel like that. You shouldn't feel that something's wrong with you just because you're 20 and you haven't had sex, or you're 20 and you've never been on a date, or you've never kissed anyone, or maybe you're 18 or you're 16 or you're this. It doesn't matter. There is no status quo when it comes to this. There is no age where you should have had a kiss by then, where you should have had sex by this age, or you should have been on this many dates, or you should have had this many boyfriends. Like there is no proper, correct, right age for any of this. It's your life and you get to make the decisions. I hate that you guys feel so bad about yourselves, and you seem so very worried that no one is gonna wanna be with you. And I urge you to push those feelings aside. And whether it's because you feel that you are too dumb, or too ugly, or too fat, or whatever, you feel like you are so bad that no one wants to be with you. Like, let me drop some knowledge on you guys here. The guys in school, in high school, in middle school, in college, I mean, they're not all that. It's not like they have their shit together either. Those guys are not necessarily, the cream of the crop, okay? You are kind of just selecting from what you have around you, and high schools are so small. Even the ones that have thousands and thousands of students, it's so small compared to the world, compared to what you truly have access to, compared to the amount of people that you have access to. I mean, you're in this little bubble, and you might feel like you have to date, and you have to have sex, or you have to do drugs, or you have to drink because your friends are doing it. I mean, sometimes you just feel pressured to do these things because everyone else is doing it, and if you don't do it, you're made to feel as though you are doing something wrong, or you are lacking, or you are less than, or you are just you're just not as good as your friends, or you're not as worthy as your friends, or as these other people that are doing it. And that's just totally untrue. I want you guys to feel as though you are worth everything. You are worth more than the little fucking kibbles and bits that these kids have to offer you. 16-year-olds are kids, and if you're 16 and watching this, you're probably not happy with me saying that, but a 16-year-old guy doesn't have much to offer you. Now, I'm not a woman who goes into relationships trying to gain something from men in terms of, you know, anything monetary or any sort of status. That's really not me. But you should be looking to gain something emotionally or mentally. It should be a relationship that is giving you life, so to speak, okay? A relationship that is making you become a better person. And in my experience, that was not something that I could get out of a 16-year-old. It was also not something I could give as a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old. I couldn't give life. You know, I didn't know enough about myself and who I was and how to just sort of go through the world and go through life. I didn't know enough yet. And these relationships in high school, they're not as important as they seem to be while you are dealing with them. And I'm sure a lot of you want boyfriends, not just because your friends have them, but because of what comes with it, because you want somebody to text and someone to be cute with, and you want to change your relationship status on Facebook. I mean, do people like still go on Facebook? Is this a thing? I hate Facebook personally, but if people still like care about, oh my God, I'm getting old. I don't know if people care about like relationship statuses on Facebook. You can let me know below. So I know that some of you are searching for those things and you want that companionship, and that's totally fine. But just don't feel as though you're doing something wrong just because you don't have that companionship, just because you don't have a boyfriend and you don't have a guy trying to seek you out. And remember that a lot of people in this world are not worth your time. They're not worth you. They're not worth your time, your energy, your effort, your love. They're not worth your affection. They're just not worthy of you. I just want you guys to know that if you're not dating, if no one wants to date you, it's totally okay. You shouldn't care about whether or not someone else wants to date you. Worry about who you want to date. Think about who you think is worthy of your time. I mean, when I go to a bar, I'm not worried about, oh, is somebody gonna wanna buy me a drink or somebody gonna ask me out? Like, no, I made my own money, I buy my own drink. I came here with somebody, I'm gonna hang out with this person. I'm not worried about anybody else. You just worry about your own life and making yourself great and amazing and doing awesome things with your life and being happy. Eventually you'll find a relationship with someone and you'll actually get what you need from it. Everyone needs different things in relationships. I mean, what I look for in a guy is not necessarily gonna be what you look for in a guy or what your friend looks for or anything else. I mean, and when you're younger, the baseline of what you are looking for is typically like, ugh. I mean, what are you looking for? A guy, you want him to be like, what, on the football team or something? I mean, it's just kind of, it just doesn't matter. High school just doesn't matter. All my high school videos kind of just end with me saying high school doesn't matter, because it doesn't fucking matter. As far as academics go, sure, that can have an impact on your life. And if you're having sex, you know, and it's unprotected, and if you get an STD or you get pregnant or maybe you go through some emotional abuse or anything like that, I mean, that stuff can affect you past high school. But typically, the typical high school experience of dating and drama and I hate this bitch and this bitch, this bitch, this bitch, and this bitch, and oh, Mrs. So-and-so is a this and whatever. I mean, that kind of stuff, it really doesn't matter once you leave high school. It really, 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 really doesn't. Nobody cares. And once you're an adult, people care about totally different things. I mean, when you're older, you just have different questions. There are different, more important things. So I wanted to make this video just to let you guys know that you don't need to feel inadequate. You don't need to feel like you are not worthy of someone. Like, just be worthy for yourself. Make yourself feel like you're amazing. Believe in yourself. Do things for yourself. Make yourself happy. Everything else will fall into place. If you are good, you are good. If you are happy, if you are doing things in your life that make you feel good, that make you feel a sense of accomplishment, that just satisfy all these psychological needs that we need to seriously fulfill to have a great life. If you are doing all of those things, everything else is gonna fall into place, especially relationships. I mean, you'll be able to connect with someone and you'll find someone that is able to help you become a better person and to help add good things to your life and not drama and dumbass stuff that you might find in the wrong relationship. So that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say to you guys. So I will see you in my next video. It will probably be let's talk about sex. Don't quote me on that. We'll see. I should stop saying that because I'm always wrong when I say that. Always. Always. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.